Hi students, so let's look at this question which was taken from the tutorial 3 of ASRJC System of Linear Equations. Question 5, I believe. Okay, let's see how we can do this proficiently. So suppose that there is a fixed population of breakfast food consumers. There are just 3 brands X, Y, and Z that share the market. Suppose that each year 10% of brand X buyers shift to brand Y and 20% of brand X shift to brand Z, and so on, right? So we're told to find what are the market share. So I think basically just let XYZ be the respective market share for each brand. Then we try and work it out. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to just try and understand what's going on. 10% of brand X will shift to brand Y. So I know that 10% will shift to brand. So this is 10% of X. Y would add 10% of X. Then 20% will go to brand Z. So this will be actually just, what do you call it? 20% of X go to brand Z. Okay, so obviously you can write this as minus 0.3x if you want to. Okay, so you left with 0.7x, right? So the new amount now for x will be 0.7x, then 0.1x and 0.2x, okay, from the previous years. Then after which we have got 20% of brand Y moved to brand X. So 20% will be meaning to say 0.2Y move to brand X, and another 20% to brand Z, meaning to say this is 0.2Y, right? So this is plus and this is plus as well, but you could just put this as plus 0.6Y. So meaning you have 0.6Y remaining, right? Then after which 10% of brand Z shift to brand X, so 10% move to brand, so 10% Z, okay? Then this is left with 0.9 Z. Okay, so this is the total, the new amount that you have for each, right? So despite all this change, you know that this guy, brand X will still be X, brand Y will still be Y, and brand Z will still be Z. They will still be the same proportion, okay? So I'll write this down. There you go. So I write these 3 equations down. So this guy here will be this guy, okay? Then this guy here will be this guy, and this guy here will be this guy, okay? Then we're going to simplify and try to solve this 3 simultaneous equation here. There you go. So now I'm going to solve this 3, go key in GC. So from here, I'm going to apps and I'm going to mine is number 9, poly simultaneous equation. Then go to simultaneous equation solver, and I've got 3 equations and 3 unknowns, right? Then I go next. I'm going to key in negative 0.3 for the first one. Then this is 0.2. That one is 0.1 and so on, right? There's 0. Then I'm going to key in the rest. So once I key in everything, I realize when I solve this, I get something like that. It looks weird, right? So we get where z is there's a z in the equation as well. Okay, this comes in because this is actually like a line equation, right? So this z can be anything. So how then do we make sense of this? Actually, what we could understand is that the reason being is because market share, you can equate x plus y plus z to be 100%. Okay, because market share typically is in percentage, or you can let x plus y and z be 1, which is also 100%. It doesn't matter, but you can let it be anything. Okay, so because now this doesn't have a definite answer, essentially it has many interpretation based on how do you interpret market share. Can be by units, or it can be by any base form, right? So I think what we need to do is essentially add another x plus y plus z. I let it be 100%. Okay, so this case here, this is better. I like market share in 100% because typically that's the units that we use, right? Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to poly simultaneous equation again. Then I'm gonna go to 4 equations here. Then go to next, and I'm gonna solve it using this data here. So same thing, we key in everything now. So the last one, I'm gonna put 1, 1, 1, put 100%. Okay, all of it. Then I solve it. I get the answer here. So actually, you could just change all this to the percentage that we have here. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so I'll leave it percentage. So obviously you can leave it in what do you call it, the fractional form as well. Just multiply by 100%. So that's how I do this question proficiently.